everybody, it's Karen Hummel, and I'm sending this out to my list, my friends, Facebook friends, and everyone I pretty much know because I'm going to put this up on YouTube. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to share my story with you. I've had a lot going on in my life, and this is going to be really hard to share. I've thought about it a lot, and it feels weird telling people about my life story, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, in 1998, many of you know I broke my back in a car accident, and it was a really rough time. I mean, it wasn't horrible because I was really strong at the time and strong-willed. I was 27 years old, full of life, and I knew I would be fine, even though it didn't really look good. And I had to be, if you know anything about the spine, I had to be fused from T10 to S1, which is a lot of spine. There aren't many people in this world that can even walk with that many fusions. I'm one of the only ones. And I've heard I'm the only one that has this bladder control, which is a good thing. I'm happy about that. I mean, it was a huge trial in my life for sure, and for my family as well. And there was a lot of recovery involved, and a lot of sickness. I was very healthy and fit when I got in the accident, and I got down to about 95 pounds because my spine had actually went into my stomach. So there was a lot of sickness, a month in the hospital, a lot of rehab, a lot of tears. But there's just too many stories from that time to bore you with. I've written a book about it that I need to rewrite and finish. I'm just not quite happy with it right now because there are many stories from that time and many great people in my life that stopped to help me and were just there for me. So I was okay after that pretty much. The next year, you know, I was back to work actually in 6 months, and they thought it would take me a year to be back to work. I was teaching group exercise without moving around. I got to be back in fitness fairly quickly, so that was great. And so some time went by, and I was okay. And then in 2004, I was walking through work, and I randomly lost feeling in my right side. And I'll never forget it because of what's going on. I just suddenly felt paralyzed on the right side. I don't even know how I drove home. I had to drive, you know, in 2 to 3 hours of traffic from the Milpitas area to Walnut Creek, California. And I just remember thinking, how am I going to get there? And am I going to get the feeling back in my leg? And I ended up having to have another back surgery. There were complications. We didn't really know what had happened. But I found out later the device they'd put in it, that surgery had broke. And at that time I was told I would never work again. I'd never get my life back. And pretty much all I heard was my life was over. I couldn't exercise, I couldn't work, and I would be in pain the rest of my life. That's basically what I was told. And it was a really hard time from 2004 through 2006. I'll read you this. I wrote this during that time. I hope I don't cry. I have found myself defenseless as chronic pain took away my livelihood. I have suffered 2 job losses, 2 years of disability, and multiple medical expenditures, all leading to the depletion of my savings. And a sense of despair I would not wish on my worst enemy. While I did not have a marriage to lose, who knows? Maybe had I not had so many days in pain at home by myself, I would have met my future husband. As with any hardship, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was going to get this teary-eyed trying to share this. As with any hardship, you find out who your true friends are, and I did. I have been blessed with best friends. Friends that have forgone their own vacation to travel across the country to sit by my hospital bed. Friends that have given up special events to bring me a meal or keep me company. I have lost many of my favorite pastimes. How I miss the rush of bodybuilding, the joy of dance, and the sheer thrill of screaming my head off as a roller coaster drops down its first major plunge. I realize that if you've never suffered with chronic pain, it's probably so hard to grasp the enormity of it. In fact, I don't think many people can understand, include a vast majority of our medical population, unfortunately. So that kind of gives you an idea of where I was at that time. It was an emotional time to lose your health, to lose your finances. I lost my home basically. I mean, I didn't own my home at that time. I was renting a condo. I loved living in Walnut Creek, California, and I lived off my savings for 3 years and had to move to Round Rock, Texas, because my parents retired here. And it was a very, very hard time. The financial loss was one of the hardest things I've ever had to incur. If you don't have some sort of residual income, real estate, or you're doing network marketing or internet marketing or something where you have residual income if you're hurt or injured or sick, I highly suggest you do something. It's so important to have that. I'd like to say where I am now is way better, but it is way better. I did find a surgeon here who found the broken device in my back in 2006. He did surgery and he told me I would have my life back. And I do, for the most part. It didn't get me my finances back, but it got me my health back. It got me back to work. It got me back to the gym and doing some of the things I absolutely love to do. And it gave me the ability to work harder to possibly get my money back. So currently, I am with a group called Empower Network. I absolutely love it. We do internet marketing and we support each other with our internet marketing efforts. It's really based on an affiliate marketing model, and it can be used for any network marketing company or any small business. I actually have a coaching business on the side that I'm thinking of using Empower to help build as well. So it's a great company, and where I want to go from here is to really build that business and help others that have been in my situation, because I know there's so many people out there that have been hurt or have pain, that have lost their health, have lost their finances, and they need some hope. And I'm here to tell you there's hope. There's so many people in our organization doing so well, and that's how I know I can get there. Them and I, we're no smarter than you. You know, the person that's making $106,000 to $200,000 a month, they're no smarter than, I'm not there yet, but they're no smarter than me or you. They've just learned some things that we need to learn. So if you're on my email list or you've been watching me for a while, I'd love you to give me a call if you're interested to learn more. And I'm going to continue to send out videos like these and just be really honest about what's going on with me and share information. Anything I can do to help you, I really want to. So you have a great day. And sorry I got teary-eyed. I apologize. It's embarrassing, but it's a really hard time of my life to talk about. Have a great day, guys.